as being the Bucks has not panned out very well, at least thus far. 0-4 on the season, all the way down 13th in the conference out of 15. So one of 3 winless teams in the Eastern Conference, none in the Western. So one of 3 in the league that have not won a game. The 76ers are a team that has won a game. They are 1-2. And at this point, the next 3 games look like some of our better chances to get a shot at a win. And we got another game on the 11th against the Nuggets, a high-powered offense, as they usually are. But yet again, another good shot there. So schedule's looking all right for us so far, although it gets pretty dingy going into the back end of the month as we face the Cavaliers twice, the Wiz, and the Pacers. But at least we get 2 of our 4 games out of the way with the Cavaliers in the very first month of the season. But don't really want to see them at this point because we're not playing our best basketball. But we'll go ahead and jump into this game now. From the Bradley Center, you see Nara Knowles on the left there, and Greg Monroe on the right. Get a look at the little look at the starting lineups there. I've moved the starting lineup around a little bit. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to the guys out at the Bradley Center, out in Milwaukee, Brewtown, and I'll be back after the game, guys. Enjoy.
The crowd is assembled at BMO Harris Bradley Center looking for a Bucks victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Nets. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about, and when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Tony Wroten out there with Thompson. Then there's Okafor. Then there's Carl Landry, and it's Covington in at the small forward. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Parker. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season. Developed. They could also be a force in a few years, too.
To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead.
And Thompson kicks to Wroten. Okafor with the screen on Middleton. Roten with it. Now guarded by Middleton. 5 on the clock. Here's Roten. Misses off the right iron. Pass to Parker. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Roten after the made shot from Greg Monroe. Roten the pass to Thompson. Here's Landry. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Landry's got his first basket of the night.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Sixers leading by 3. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And they're moving it up. Here's Parker. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates.
Here's Carter Williams after Carl Landry's bucket. Screen by Monroe. Parker dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Parker. Got a hand on it. But he gets it back. The pass to Carter Williams. Here's Antetokounmpo. Okafor grabs the miss. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Landry with the screen. Pass to Covington. Roten kicks to Covington. The dish now to Landry. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. His three-pointers off the mark. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. Oh, he misses the dunk. Philadelphia leading by 5. Roten the pass to Landry. Rebound by Greg Monroe.
Even in close to the hoop. That's a tough one to drain when the defense is that stifling.
Middleton dishes to Monroe. Back to Middleton, and it's Carter Williams in the corner. Now here's Roten, defended by Middleton. Roten kicks to Okafor. Shoots from 12. Landry no good.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Feeds it to Carter Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Parker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Parker's got his second bucket tonight. Roten with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. To the left wing. Outside Landry. Kicks to Thompson. Okafor gets the bucket.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to Cleveland. Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. Thompson with the rebound.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Now, here is Landry. Good work defensively by Monroe. Now the Bucks moving it up. Antetokounmpo running. And that one's good. Middleton's got his first points of the night.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Now here's Roten, defended by Middleton. Roten dishes to Okafor. Can't hit. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Thompson against Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 4 on the shot clock. Parker right side. Shoots from the right block. Excellent D there from Okafor.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Roten. Soft touch off the glass. Roten's got his first basket. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Parker. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. Now here's Mayo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by Noel. Henson, a screen on Thompson. In the corner, Mayo with it. Cannon, the pass to Sampson. It's deflected. Dishes it to Vasquez. Inside, Mayo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet, you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Kendall Marshall's checked in for the 76ers. And the second free throw, good.
And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one.
On the topic of O.J. Mayo, has value in this NBA.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's multi-skilled, good size, sees himself as a superstar, and yet that sometimes derails him being as effective as he could be because he just can't quite get comfortable in that role of being a backup.
Now here's Vasquez. Mayo kicks to Antetokounmpo, and he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got his first bucket of the night. The 76ers leading by 5. Now here's Marshall. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
outside Mayo. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bayless. Puts it up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
He doesn't get the second one.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
And Marshall kicks to Embiid. And there's the feed to Cannon. Embiid inside, working on Henson. And Embiid gets it to go.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now here's Mayo. The second chance effort. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The Bucks shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Henson. Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow is right. Bucks trail by 4. Here is Bayless. Out left to the wing. And here is Henson. Passes to Bayless. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Cannon. He feeds it to Marshall. Fires the 3. And he gets it to go. Marshall's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. 7-point differential. Al Vasquez, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Cannon kicks to Marshall. Uncovered. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched in favor of Zaza Pachulia. That might be a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation.
Noel sets a screen for Marshall. Embiid, the pass to Noel. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 7. That's good from Mayo on the assist by Bayless.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season. But to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
Stolen by Henson. And now here comes Vasquez leading the break. They swipe it. There's 1:40 left to play in the first. Here's Cannon. Knocks it loose. Goes up again. And it's good on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 7.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Noel, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For the Bucks, their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Both free throws good from Noel.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
Now, here is Monroe. And Bayless kicks to Monroe. Clock at 6. Vasquez dishes to Parker. And the rejection by Noel.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen. Nice touch there near the hoop.
Bucks trail by 11. Here is Bayless. Parker kicks to Bayless. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Mayo. One-on-one fast break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. It'll count. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 12. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Bucks trail by 12.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Robert Covington out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Hollis Thompson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Roten in at the point. Here's Roten after the basket by Milwaukee. Pick by Okafor. Roten kicks to Covington. Landry, a screen on Mayo, and here's Covington from the arc. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
In the corner, Middleton with it. He kicks it to Monroe. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career, despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area, and there's still value in that.
Here's Roten. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Landry. Pass to Covington. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Covington's got 7 points in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
It's tipped. One-on-one here. Outside Mayo. All alone. Count the bucket. Mayo's got his second bucket of the night. Philadelphia leading by 13. Roten with it. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The layup missed. And the pass to Carter Williams. Milwaukee the rebound, but they'll get another chance. Parker passes to Middleton. Parker kicks to Middleton. Now here's Carter Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Parker dishes to Mayo. And Okafor with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Henson checked in for Jabari Parker.
Milwaukee timeout.
And timeout call. Jason Kidd has had enough.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for O.J. Mayo. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The 76ers leading by 13. Pass to Okafor. There's the dish to Roten. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Carter Williams. It's Monroe, high post. Okafor with the steal. Here's Roten, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And, Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance.
Yeah, the Bucks ended, guys, with a 23-18 record at home. Really impressive for a young team. They didn't have the largest margin of victory because they won a lot of close games here at the Bradley Center.
Middleton the pass to Henson. 6 to shoot. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And one thing that made the Bucks so strong at home was their three-pointers, near the top in three-point percentage here at home, and easy to get the crowd into it when you knock a couple down from deep.
For Milwaukee, they have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And here is Carter Williams. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
76ers ball.
The 76ers leading by 18.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Pick by Okafor. Shot clock at 6. Landry with a screen for Thompson. Roten misses the 3.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Stolen by Thompson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Bucks trail by 21. Screen by Monroe. They set the screen. Back to Henson. Right wing. Here's Carter Williams. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Covington dishes to Okafor. Rebounded by the Bucks. Carter Williams has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Middleton. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
That's good. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Carter Williams. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. To halt the run, Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Roten with it, now guarded by Middleton. Another shot. It's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. A different look for Milwaukee. Vasquez comes in for Monroe, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid kicks to Cannon. He dishes it to Marshall. Now Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Cannon. They grab their own miss. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Bayless's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 23. Cannon the pass to Marshall. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now here's Middleton. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Tries to snap the cold streak. Henson's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Marshall with it, guarded by Vasquez. Down low. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Marshall hits them both.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get... Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major. Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. There's a screen by Noel. Dishes it to Embiid. And Bayless kicks to Mayo. And Embiid with the block. Embiid with the steal. Here's Marshall. 8 points for him. Embiid with it. And Noel kicks to Marshall. There's a screen by Noel. Cannon from long range. And he gets it to go. Cannon's got 5.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Vasquez. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mayo kicks to Henson. Embiid with the steal. Sampson dishes to Marshall. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting. Mayo drives in. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. And that's now 7 points for O.J. Mayo. Philadelphia's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. 1:52 left to play here in the second quarter. Cannon the pass to Marshall. And that one's good. Noel's got 7.
and really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
There's a screen. The feed to Antetokounmpo. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
There's 1:17 left in the first half of the game. Here's Noel. No luck. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Passes it to Bayless. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go. Again, Mayo missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
There's a screen by Noel. Layup off the pick. And Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 6.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Vasquez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Again, Mayo missing. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Here's Cannon, guarded by Mayo. And the call will be against O.J. Mayo. That's his first foul.
Checking in for Milwaukee, Jabari Parker.
Here's Cannon. Lets a floater go, and the layup is good. Cannon's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Sampson. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Philadelphia ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And here's Covington from the arc. Greg Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got 6 rebounds in the game. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Thompson's gone a nice 5 of 6 shooting from the field. Monroe right side. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Roten dishes to Landry. Okafor kicks to Covington. Picked by Okafor. Covington passes to Roten. On the wing, Thompson. Shot clock at 6. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
To the inside. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 6 points for him.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Roten's gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. Parker. Good D by Thompson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Misses off the left iron. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the dunk by Parker.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Okafor, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Okafor's got his second basket of the night.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Carter Williams dishes to Parker. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's Monroe at the elbow. Lets it go from 11, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Roten kicks to Landry. No luck, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Monroe against Landry. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Well, going back to Michael Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, and you played the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 turnovers a game. That was just last year.
Yeah, that's true. And he gives you plenty of rebounds and steals as well. But sometimes the shot also, Kevin, not necessarily where you'd like it to be. At times he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. This guy just really struggled. But the talent is there. It's just going to take some time for him to mature. And the jury's really still out on him.
Pass to Landry.
Bucks foul. Jabari Parker. That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Landry.
What a night so far for Landry. He has 8 points and also a block shot.
Fundamentals have been on display. He's just done it all today. The passing and also knocking down his freebies.
And that's exactly what they've needed from him, those 2 things.
And here we go. Roten heading to the hoop. And Landry throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Middleton for three. Okafor grabs the miss.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And here is Carter Williams. Here's Parker. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Okafor with the steal. Shoots from 12. And good on the basket. Book it. Okafor's got his third bucket of the night. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Philadelphia.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Landry, a screen on Middleton. Here's Roten. Rebound, Milwaukee. Monroe's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now Roten. He's got 8. Thompson with the bucket.
Hollis Thompson. For 3.
Carter Williams with it. He kicks to Middleton. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Back to Carter Williams. And it's good, and the assist by Parker. 6 points for Michael Carter Williams. Philadelphia has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Landry, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Covington passes to Okafor. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Monroe.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Shooting from Milwaukee, Jahlil Okafor. At the line for 2.
And that one misses. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Nerlens Noel checks in for Landry. J.K. Sampson comes in for Robert Covington. Kendall Marshall's checked in for Hollis Thompson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Roten. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Now here's Vasquez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Cannon. He's got 10. Here's Noel. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul
Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up to scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You could see him getting better almost every game.
Vasquez kicks to Parker. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got 4 assists now tonight. And so here is Philadelphia. There's the pass to Embiid. Now here's Marshall. Defense is right there. Goes up to the stripe. And it's Noel missing.
And by the end of the season last year, Noel was completely different as a player. Always a defensive force in the league. His development is probably going faster than many expected.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Here's Cannon, and he makes the 8-footer. Cannon's got 12. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Now Bayless to the inside. Here's Vasquez. Parker right side. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Six on the shot clock. Here's Bayless.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Sampson dishes to Noel. From 11 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Milwaukee has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
Philadelphia dictating the flow. And here is Marshall. 8 points for him. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
It's been a nice game for Noel. He has 9 points and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Clark, 5 pretty big points indeed.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Noel. 2 shots.
That's good from Noel. He doesn't get the second one. The Bucks shooting the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Bucks have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
Jared Bayless at the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Here's Sampson. Back to Noel. Shot clock at 6. Now the dish to Marshall. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Great-looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Sampson, the pass to Noel. Sampson kicks to Marshall. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Cannon. Feeds to Noel. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Yeah, and that's what happens, though, when you do your work early in terms of getting the good position.
Over in the corner to Vasquez. And Bayless kicks to Mayo. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Noel down low. Working on Henson. And it's Noel missing. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Here's Cannon. He dishes it to Marshall. From past the arc, another three for Philadelphia.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Philadelphia ahead, opening up a huge gap. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Kendall Marshall. Grant is out there with Wood, and it's Stauskas in at the shooting guard position. That's good. Wood's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. And Milwaukee has possession. Now Bayless. Inside, Plumlee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
The NBA has done a terrific job of increasing its presence around the globe. I mean, what was once a national sport has become a global sport in a relatively short time. I think that'll continue to be the case as a larger international presence moves forward.
The NBA, it's undeniable, becoming a global game. It's reflected in the players. 1/4 of the league. That's amazing. 1/4 of the league. Now international players.
It's unreal. I mean, that number is going to continue to grow, I think, over the years. Last season, they had a game in Mexico, and events like that really help expand the popularity of the NBA.
Plumlee hits them both. The 76ers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Marshall. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Copeland, good.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. For 3, Stauskas. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Marshall's got his 5th assist in this one. Well, the Bucks shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Bayless dishes to Plumlee. Kicks to Copeland. Picked off in midair. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Stauskas. Grant up top. The rebound by Inglis.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Marshall with it. Dishes it to Grant. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Now Bayless. Plumlee with the screen. Bayless the pass to Plumlee. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is that players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And Copeland kicks to Carter Williams. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Goes up on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Inglis kicks to Copeland. Passes it to Vaughn. There's the feed to Copeland. To the middle. Vaughn, the pass to Plumlee. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Now, here's Marshall. Grant at the elbow. Low block shot. The 76ers again can't hit it. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Plumlee dishes to Carter Williams.
Well, you know, one season in the books with the NBA's new replay center, and so far, so good. I mean, the replays are averaging about 45 seconds apiece, and getting the officials the angles they need quickly to make the right call.
And here is Marshall. There's a good screen. Just 4 to shoot. Stauskas, shot is good off the back rim and in. Stauskas has got 5 points now this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Vaughn can't get it to go. And with the new replay center, the league also going for more transparency. People expect it now, Clark, and they're officiating.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. Evaluating the most scrutinized calls and non-calls of the games in those last 2 minutes, that's a positive. Things are continuing to change, I think, for the better in that regard.
A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Carter Williams kicks to Copeland. That's tipped. Here's Marshall. He feeds it to Stauskas. They set the pick to the left wing. Here's Marshall. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Carter Williams kicks to Plumlee. Here's Inglis. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. The 76ers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Shot left block. They get it again. Wood can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The one-hand slam is so sweet. when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Marshall can't hit. The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Vaughn. Here's Inglis. He's covered by Grant. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Okafor comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Isaiah Cannon in for Kendall Marshall. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Here's Cannon. He kicks to Okafor. From 15 feet away, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And that one falls for Okafor. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And the Bucks with possession here. Now Bayless. Middleton on the wing, the 17-footer. Here's Antetokounmpo. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Shot on the wing. They get a hand on it. Here's Monroe, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Picked by Okafor. Out to the wing. Sampson kicks to Stauskas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cannon from long range. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Screen by Monroe. Here is Bayless. Here's Middleton. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Cannon. Okafor kicks to Sampson. Back to Okafor. The pass to Cannon. For the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 6 points for Chris Middleton. Cannon, the pass to Okafor. Cannon kicks to Stauskas. Pass to Sampson. The tray. Here's Bayless. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious. For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a spark offensively, you go see Jared. And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. Looking at the game Cannon has been having, 18 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injured.
He's off on the second. Bucks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
That's his second personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Philadelphia has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Cannon kicks to Stauskas. Picked by Okafor. Wood passes to Cannon. The dish now to Stauskas. 4 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's Wood. The offensive rebound. Okafor. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that. Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Cannon. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference. Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. He really stepped it up and played very big tonight. A huge boost from an unexpected source. They'd love to see more of that.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
His play off the bench was critical in getting them back into the win column. Their last game didn't go as well for them, but he helped them get on track. He provided a spark, he had energy, toughness, everything you need to get that momentum going.
Jet Smith. Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
All right, guys. Well, again, another loss, another game, another loss. This time, I don't know. There just seemed to be a real turning point in that game. One bad call, and I just seemed to fall apart. And that's on me. That's not the game. You know, I can't let the bad calls get to me like that. But you know what? A lot of work still to go. Still a lot of learning this team. You start to see some better plays, some better defense, and then all hell starts to break loose. So that needs to stop happening. That's for sure. But as you can see there, we had one of our better defensive nights. Offensively, though, not so much. A lot of turnovers and a lot of bad shots that they ran down the court and were able to get a quick bucket off of. So that kind of inflated their score a little bit. But working on trying to take my time up and down the court there so I can at least lower the score a little bit, lower their output, and get my defense some better opportunities to get them into their half-court offense. Because from what I saw, for the most part, when we got them into a half-court offense, we did all right. We didn't do, obviously they're going to score. But, we played decent defense on them, and we were holding them through the whole first quarter. If the first quarter was the end of the game, shit, that would have been a damn good game. But that was not the case. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Road to the Finals. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow us here on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, as well on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. And then also don't forget to check us out on Twitter as well, at LRSGN. Follow us on there. And then just a quick shout out to my guy, King Rouse 21. It's his birthday today. So feel free to jump on his Twitter and wish him a happy birthday as well. But that's going to go ahead and do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Big Dope 7. You guys be sure to keep it real.